I love this. Just put the camera angle, just spinning around him like that is so cool. The mushrooms. What's the mushrooms about? Them rebuilding. This, I think this came from the Sky Islands. Can you imagine this falling out of the sky and just happening to land here? And not, you know, down here where the people are? Because that is just pure luck. This moment of something rising out of the sand like this. I know it kind of implies, at least to me, that maybe there'll be other things like this that rise out of the ground, so it'll indicate why there was no dungeons, or so few dungeons in the first game, but there are in Breath of the Wild, but there are dungeons here if that becomes the case. This moment of like the Sky Islands just falling to the ground like that. And like just seeing it like this makes it kind of clear that the castle rising is maybe the cause of the reason why the Sky Islands are suddenly falling to the ground. Is this Demise? Like this little arm here. But then again, it looks more red than anything. Because I was gonna say it looks like the scales from the Imprisoned, but also from Demise when we saw him in the flesh. That's what that looks like, but at the same time it's more reddish. So maybe it's just... No. It does look quite scaly. There's actually a huge difference here as well. If that's an arm, and if that's supposed to be an arm too, why is one extended? And it also seems like he's calling on the power directly from the Blood Moon, which is concerning. This scene. But the fact that she starts glowing here kind of says that she's probably gonna be teleported away, so she should be fine. But it's kind of sad that they just get to brush fingertips. You know, it's sad to see that. Only just getting to brush fingertips and that's that. My initial thought of seeing the boat, it immediately reminded me of Skyward Sword with the pirate, you know, the robot pirate. I know it's not like a flying ship, but it just reminded me of that, and I don't know why. Probably because like pirates and ships and things like that. But this is interesting, seeing a flying boat. Also, he's literally wearing a paraglider here, basically, which is interesting too. So it shows like clothing would have like a function, rather than clothing would have magic abilities attached to them. It's that the clothing will have a function in the sense that you are wearing a paraglider and it will help you navigate winds, basically. That's cool. Okay. This, where you see all the civilians fighting, is really interesting. Because at first I thought, is this like a flashback to the past or something? But then you actually see the wall, and you see it's still in ruin. It's the modern day, basically. It's like the wall. Who is she? Like, is this a Zonai? Because, like, the fashion says yes. And then the question comes, is this an ancient Zonai? Or is it the Zonai did one of two things? They went to the sky and they went underground, and this is what the underground ones look like? Because that's what this is to me. Either it's an ancient version, right? Or it's it's what happened to the people after they went underground and they haven't seen sunlight in a few 10,000 years, that they evolved into this. Because you know how you have like the Zora evolving into the Rito, even though the universe that they evolved into that in the first place was Wind Waker, and that was literally when Hyrule was flooded. So you'd assume they would have thrived with all the water, but it turns out because of all the monsters in the water, they need to evolve to survive. So what if that's what this is? That it's the Zonai having to evolve just to survive? Or again, just an ancient version of them. An expression on Link, can you imagine it? The golden particles here, and like a remade Hyrule. Again, it's either time travel, maybe a memory, I don't know about that, or something happened to convert this room back to its old self. So it's still the present day, but like time was rewound for this room. Right, so it's either time travel, memory, or time was rewound for this room and it's now pristine as it was back 100 years ago, or 150 years ago now, maybe, depending on how long it's been. So like 100 years and 2 days, 2 years, 2 months, however long.
Zelda, we rely on your knight, and that legendary sword he carries. Our last line of defense will be Link.
It makes me curious who is talking. Is it that Zonai guy that we've seen put his hand on Zelda's shoulder? Is it him? I'm assuming it's probably him. But like that line of, we're relying on Link, he's the last line of defense, is like, isn't he always? Yeah, this guy. Also, the lotus plant flower things on Zelda's earrings, like, that's what we see in, like, we see those flower things on the rangers, on the like bigger guardian one we saw a while ago. We've seen it in the logo of the people and everything. So it's just, I don't know. So like this is definitely like Zonai wear. This is probably a Zonai in front of her. And like, look at the skin of the Zonai, dude. Is this them underground? And again, this skin became like this because for a very long time since they actually seen the sun. Or is she in the past or something? Or what's happening? Also, this dude definitely has a tear. Like, she has a tear on her necklace, he has a tear on his hand. Looks reddish gold, not reddish, it looks bluish gold. So maybe that's gonna be Link's one, because that's the only one we haven't seen. Because like we've seen the others having ones. I know Zora, Sidon gets a blue one, but his is more blue-white, and this is more bluish, purplish, yellow, gold. So there's the gold, there's the bluishness, but it's purplish there. Then we know Zelda's one was the golden yellow one. So it's, what if this is Link's, or it's gonna become Link's or something? Because we've seen the other colors of the tiers, and we know that they already belong to the other ones. So like, what if that one's gonna be Link's?
Link.
I love how she looks up with so much hope when she says Link's name. Like, she has her heads down. She's like, She's sad. She's she's sad and looking down. She looks kind of disheartened, and then
Link.
Then she blinks her eyes. She's like, Link. The shield bash. Just imagine fusing a royal shield to a royal claymore. That's so that looks like a lot of fun. Honestly, I'm looking forward to getting my hands on this game and just figuring out what to fuse with what. Also, this as well. I was gonna talk about the little bird, but this opens the possibility of quests to like save and protect civilians, to bring them place to place safely, because that was one of the things in Breath of the Wild where the NPCs actually talked about how it's not really safe for them to travel between areas. Like, travelers try as best as they can, but you as Link can like interfere when many travelers get like attacked by monsters or whatever. So like, this seems like a safe-ish way for Link to be like, right, well, I'll help you get place to place, A to B, A to Z, C to D, whatever. I'll build a carriage, you can sit in it, and I will transport you there. And if it's anything like Twilight Princess, they'll get attacked along the way, and Link has to defend while also, well, like in Twilight Princess, he wasn't the horse. Like, Link is the one on the horse that's pulling the carriage, whereas in Twilight Princess that was not the case. He was just a rider right alongside them to protect them from attacks. But who knows, he could probably do something similar here, with like a bow and arrow and throwing shit and stuff. This, just the possibilities of all these abilities. This is so cool. You can actually see it, like, one arm is up because it's attached to a shield, one leg is down, and then one leg is bent. So it's basically the superhero move when they're flying. The one fist in the air, one leg bent, one leg stretched out. It's the superhero pose for when they're flying. Like, it's the Superman pose. And the zero gravity walk thing. And there's the water thing over there. Oh, and we see like a tower going up there. But just like the zero gravity jump thing is really cool. The idea that you have to build your own kind of like mini titans when I take this on is actually really funny. I'm looking forward to seeing other people's gameplays of this and just seeing what they do with all the like creativity that's been given to them, freedom that's been given to them in this. Do virtually anything they want. This outfit here, I am looking forward to it. I want it. I like look at the horns. There's an impliedness of like jewelry or something. Yeah, like there's jewelry on the ears, or it's a ribbon attached from the horn coming down. And it's like, and again, we're right about the ruby being a fire arrow, but just the outfit. Oh my god, he looks like a demon general. And I love it. Just the hair flowing, the... Do you think this like the male... No, I was gonna say, do you think it's the male equivalent of the Zonai? But honestly, I don't think so. Because this is like a horn. Whereas the dinosaur-looking chick, her like outwards things weren't really horns, they're more ear-shaped. But they weren't... I don't think they're actual ears, but they're more ear-shaped than horn-shaped. If you get what I mean. but that outfit, I'm looking forward to getting that outfit. I want it. It will become the outfit I'll probably wear the most. I don't care about the like usability of it. It's just be that one outfit that looks so good that I'm like, what do you mean a stealth outfit would be more useful in this moment? No. Red with fucking horns the entire gameplay, probably. Or at least as soon as I can get this outfit. Oh, it looks so cool. Also this. He would have had to have this pre-made, left it there, and then just when he got, then just activated it here deliberately to do the killing for him. Little Teba, or whatever the little bird's name is. I'm fascinated to know why it's the son and not the dad, because we know in Breath of the Wild it was the father that was the fort champion helping you out. So what has happened to him that the son is now taking over his role? Like, I hope all that is that he's injured and can't do it himself, and it's not that he's dead or something, because that would be depressing and kind of sad, honestly.
I know why I am here. It's something.
This is one of the tears. This is Zelda's tear, but then we see Yarwan has it as well. And you can actually see the Master Sword back here too. So, yeah, that was it. In one of the other trailers, we saw the Master Sword falling with Zelda. So maybe when she got pulled away, because we saw her glowing. So either it stopped her, it either slowed her descent or teleported her away. But regardless, she manages to have the Master Sword. So either she leaves the Master Sword here for Link to find, and he does, or because I've seen someone have a theory that Link will be able to like watch events that happen in certain locations. So he'll come here, see that Zelda was here, and see her saying stuff like, "Link, you must find me." I don't know. That it sounds interesting, but at the same time, it will once again feel like with Breath of the Wild, where the story was kind of, you know, untouchable and far away from you, but that was like 100 years difference. I hope it's not like that the entire way through. I hope we get a really, really good story that I can actually, that is actually like interactable with, and not just a distant thing that's already happened.
Only I can do.
This. The implications that a tower, like a shot of pure malice energy was shot up to the sky and it hit something. Oh, in Skyward Sword, we know that there was the cloud barrier, and that's what kept Skyloft safe, because no one could see. Like, if you're on the surface, no one can look up and see Skyloft and all the floating islands. But then it was the same on Skyloft, you couldn't look down and see the surface. So what if this is what this shot is? It's Ganon immediately straight off the bat attacking that cloud barrier, and that from this moment on is the reason why you can suddenly see the Sky Islands and you couldn't before, because the cloud barrier was still intact, and up until Breath of the Wild only the dragons were able to access it. But now in doing this is what this is. So this probably has to happen like really early in the game. So like Link and Zelda are like down the cave, they find Ganon, Zelda falls, Link gets injured and maybe teleported away as well or something, and Ganon immediately like sends a blast upwards to attack the cloud barrier. And that's what this is. And that's the reason why you can see this the Sky Islands from then on.
Do not look away. You witness a king's revival.
Poor Link. God damn, his arm is basically being eaten alive there. And I was gonna say, the Lynels.
Do not look away.
The horns on these dudes, like, oh my god. Like, look at, and this one looks like he has like a samurai sword or something like poking out of his forehead. Well, not his forehead, but like, just what the? I don't know. They look more terrifying just with those horns.
You witness a king's revival and the birth of his new world.
Seriously, poor Link. first look at Ganon, finally a confirmation he's actually there. This enemy, clearly it's up in the Sky Islands as well. This must be some sort of test or something. Who knows? Fascinated about this enemy. Like, that looks like Tar or something. So I'm looking forward to figuring out what the hell this dude is.
Okay, let's go!
Look, little bird. He actually, you can tell that he's grown as well, which is really cute. So I hope his dad's okay. I hope that it's just like he got injured and can't do it or something. Or maybe this is only like a few months from Breath of the Wild, so the father still has the injury he got while helping us get onto the Divine Beast in the first place. Because isn't he the you know, his dad, wasn't he the only champion who actually got injured while helping us? The rest of them were like, oh, you got it, Link, and then just effed off once they got him on the Divine Beast. But with Tabat, he was like, right, I'm gonna have to leave because I've gotten injured, but good luck, right? He's the only one we've seen get injured, so what if this is only a few months from Twilight Princess? Or from Breath of the Wild, but at the same time, he looks so much older that you'd imagine it had to have been a few years. But either way, like, the only dude we saw got injured was him, so maybe it's a recurring injury that stays with him now or something. But then again, it's like, it was his leg that got injured. And in the moment, you can understand why it was enough for him to be like, I'm gonna go. I don't know, I just hope whatever it is that his dad is not dead. I hope that his dad is still alive. He's just not able to do it for some reason or another. Like, he has other obligations or something, or he's been injured that he just can't. The idea of this poor dude not having a dad anymore is so sad. Like, wasn't he one of the only champions who still, well, not like still had a family? Because there's Sidon who had his dad but lost his sister 100 years ago, but still had his dad and his people. Then there's, I can't remember the Goron's name, Y something, and I don't know if he has family, because I don't remember if it was like the chief is his uncle or something like that, but we don't really see him interact much. And then there's the little chiefess from the Gerudo. Again, don't know if she has family, but we know that she's a descendant. And she's a chieftain, so she has to live for her people, or something. It's like, we don't see any of them having direct family other than Tabat. And then it's just, the idea that he's dead and the son has to take it up is just really sad to think about.
Okay, let's go!
Who is she, by the way? That's a question too. But,
Okay, let's go!
like, there's the implication.
Okay, let's go!
Like, is this... Oh my god. It's too quick.
Okay, let's go!
Is this Hylia? What is this? Like, it's... Like, we know that she definitely has some type of connection to Zelda, because they have the same eye color. Their outfits are virtually the same. Zelda has this tear, or gets this tear at some point. Same earrings, but again, I was saying that these earrings are very Zonai based, so this outfit is very Zonai based. So either she is... I don't know, like, because I don't think it's Hylia, honestly. I think she's just a Zonai who's maybe like an ancestor. Well, I was gonna say Zelda, but Zelda's ancestors would be Hylian royalty, not Zonai. But I know, she's definitely Zonai. And like, why would the goddess Hylia be showing up in like human form right now? And the tear as well. I know they have some sort of connection. And to be quite frank, when it came to that, like, that prophecy tablet thing, the dinosaur looking chick is more is more in line with what we saw versus this girl here. So maybe it's just like an ancient Zelda or something.
But you are not alone.
Link,
I just realized that voice that said you are not alone. Jink, it's your one saying it.
Okay, let's go!
Jink, it's her saying you are not alone. Jink, it's her. Like, I'd imagine so, because I just realized earlier when it was like, oh, we are waiting on Link, he has the last line of defense, whatever, it was a male voice saying it. But the voice saying, but we are not alone, or you are not alone, it's female, but it's also not Zelda. So maybe it's her, or maybe it's just straight up Hylia herself talking directly to Link. Or maybe it's just her. Or maybe she is Hylia deciding to take on Zonai form or something.
But you are not alone.
Link. You are our final hope.
We need to be concerned, or at least more concerned with the fact that she referred to Link as the final hope. That's scary. What is he the final hope of? Like, final hope, like, is this... Final hope, why? Why final? And then there's the Tower of Prophecy there with Ganon right there.
Link. You must find me.
Bear's question is like, why does he need to go find her? Seems relatively okay where she is. I'm assuming they're not so easily to be able to get back to in the same location again. So I wonder what that's about. I'm really looking forward to this game. Like just the freedom of being able to do virtually anything with your weapons. You'd be able. I heard someone say, "What if you can like build a bases and stuff?" That sounds interesting too. I know. I'm looking forward to this one. This is gonna be a lot of fun.